There is a strange feeling that follows some people their entire lives. It feels like you are living but not fully alive. You wake up, you move, you speak, you smile, yet deep inside something whispers, "This is not all of you." If you have ever felt like you are meant for something greater but cannot explain what it is, this message is for you. Many chosen ones walk through life unaware of the depth they carry. They think their confusion is weakness, but in truth, it is the beginning of awakening. Not knowing who you really are is not a curse. It is often a sign that your identity is too large to be contained in ordinary definitions. The world tries to define you early. Family gives you labels. Society gives you roles. Friends give you expectations. And slowly, you start wearing masks without realizing it. You become who you think you should be instead of who you truly are. But deep inside, there is a power, a calling, a presence that refuses to stay silent. If you resonate with this, you may be carrying much more than you think. Today, we will explore 9 powerful signs that you have no idea who you really are, and why that may mean you are chosen for something greater. You feel different, but cannot explain why. Since childhood, you have felt different. Not better than others, not worse, just different. It was never about superiority or insecurity. It was more like standing in a crowded room and sensing that your internal world operates on a different frequency. While others laughed at simple jokes or followed trends without hesitation, you found yourself observing, analyzing, and wondering why things were the way they were. You would sit quietly, sometimes lost in thought, replaying conversations in your mind, noticing small details others overlooked. You saw contradictions in people's words and actions. You questioned traditions, rules, and beliefs that everyone else accepted without resistance. Yet when someone asked you directly, "What makes you different?" your mind would go blank. Not because there was nothing there, but because there was too much to explain. How do you describe depth to someone who lives on the surface? How do you articulate a feeling that has no simple definition? That confusion is not emptiness. It is depth. It is the complexity of a mind and spirit still discovering their full shape. You are not confused because you lack identity. You are confused because your identity is still unfolding, layer by layer, like a story that has not yet reached its climax. Chosen ones often feel like outsiders because their inner world is richer than their environment can understand. When your thoughts stretch beyond what is common, isolation can feel inevitable. But that difference is not a flaw. It is an early sign of expansion. It means you were never meant to shrink yourself to fit into narrow expectations. The discomfort of not fully understanding yourself is part of the awakening process. You are not misplaced. You are in development, and development often feels lonely before it feels powerful. 2. You outgrow people and environments quickly. You enter spaces and adapt easily. You learn the language of the room, adjust your energy, and understand the dynamics quickly. At first, everything feels stimulating. New friendships excite you. New environments inspire you. You pour yourself into conversations, routines, and connections with genuine effort. But after some time, something begins to shift. The excitement fades, not because the place is bad, but because you have absorbed everything it can teach you. Conversations start to feel repetitive. You hear the same complaints, the same ambitions, the same fears recycled over and over again. Mindsets begin to feel limiting, like invisible ceilings pressing down on your growth. You crave depth where there is only surface talk. You crave expansion where there is only comfort. This restlessness can make you question yourself. You may wonder if you are too demanding, too unsatisfied, too difficult to please. But this is not arrogance. It is evolution. Growth is uncomfortable because it requires shedding old skins. When you do not know who you are, every version of yourself feels temporary. You are constantly meeting new layers of your personality, new interests, new standards. What once fit you perfectly suddenly feels tight. You are not unstable. You are expanding, and expansion requires leaving behind what once felt familiar, even when it once brought joy. That is why relationships sometimes fall away without dramatic conflict. That is why certain environments begin to feel suffocating even when nothing appears wrong. You are simply moving forward internally at a pace others may not match. Chosen ones often experience accelerated growth, and accelerated growth demands change. It is not that you cannot commit. It is that you cannot remain where there is no room to evolve. You are not meant to stay small for the comfort of others. You are meant to keep stretching into the unknown parts of yourself. 3. You experience deep emotional highs and lows. You feel everything intensely. When you are happy, it is not mild contentment. It is a rush that fills your chest, a warmth that spreads through your entire being. Music moves you. Words linger in your mind. Small gestures mean more to you than they seem to mean to others. But when pain comes, it does not knock lightly. It crashes into you. Betrayal feels like it shakes the foundation of your trust. Rejection echoes long after the moment has passed. Love feels spiritual, almost sacred, and when it is disrupted, the loss feels profound. You sometimes wonder why you cannot just be normal and not feel so much. You watch others brush off heartbreak and move on quickly, and you question why you need time, solitude, reflection. But here's the truth: depth of emotion is a sign of depth of soul. Your emotional intensity is not instability, it is sensitivity to life itself. When you do not yet understand yourself, your emotions become your loudest teachers. They rise to the surface demanding attention because they are trying to show you something about your values, your boundaries, your desires. Your highs reveal what truly lights you up. Your lows reveal what wounds you deeply and what must be healed. Each emotional wave is shaping your awareness. Sensitivity is often misunderstood in a world that glorifies detachment. But your ability to feel deeply means you experience life in full color, not in dull shades. The key is not to suppress your emotions, but to master them. Within that intensity lies empathy, creativity, intuition, and resilience. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is power waiting to be disciplined and directed. And once you learn to channel it, it becomes one of your greatest strengths. 4. You constantly question your purpose. You cannot settle for just existing. Even when life appears stable on the outside, when you have responsibilities, routines, maybe even achievements, something inside you keeps asking, is this really why I'm here? It is not dissatisfaction for the sake of drama. It is a deep hunger for meaning. You watch others chase money, status, popularity, or attention with relentless focus, and while you understand the importance of survival and success, part of you feels disconnected from that race. You sense that there must be something more fulfilling, something that aligns with who you truly are. You crave purpose more than applause. You crave impact more than recognition. And because you cannot clearly define that purpose yet, you sometimes feel lost. You might try different paths, explore different interests, or shift directions more than once, hoping that something will finally click. But the reason you feel unsettled is not because you lack direction. It is because your spirit refuses to accept a small purpose. You were not built for shallow ambition. You are wired to seek alignment, the intersection between your gifts, your passions, and the needs of the world around you. When that alignment has not yet been discovered, restlessness becomes your companion. But restlessness is not your enemy. It is your compass. It pushes you to question, to explore, to grow beyond what is convenient. You are not confused about life. You are searching for congruence between who you are internally and how you are living externally. And that search, though uncomfortable, is sacred. Because when you finally discover your purpose, it will not be borrowed from society. It will be rooted in truth. 5. You are misunderstood often. People misinterpret your silence as pride. When you choose not to speak unnecessarily, they assume you think you are better than them. They do not see that you are simply observing, processing, measuring your words before releasing them. They mistake your kindness for weakness, assuming that your patience means you will tolerate anything. They misunderstand your boundaries as coldness, not realizing that those boundaries were built from lessons learned the hard way. It can feel isolating to be constantly misread. You may replay interactions in your mind, wondering if you should have explained yourself more clearly, if you should have spoken differently, smiled more, revealed more. But the deeper truth is this: people can only understand you at the level they understand themselves. When you do not fully know who you are, expressing yourself becomes even more complicated. You might struggle to articulate your thoughts in a way others can grasp. You might dim certain aspects of yourself to avoid conflict. Chosen ones are often misunderstood before they are recognized because complexity takes time to decode. You are layered. You hold contradictions, strength and softness, ambition and introspection, logic and emotion, all at once. That depth can confuse those who prefer simplicity. Misunderstanding is not rejection. It is evidence that you cannot be summarized easily. As you grow into clearer self-awareness, your expression will sharpen. You will learn when to explain and when to let people misunderstand you in peace. Not everyone is meant to fully comprehend you. Some are only meant to encounter you briefly, and that is okay. Your value does not decrease because someone failed to see it clearly. 6. You have untapped talents you rarely show. There are gifts inside you that you barely explore. Talents so profound they almost startle even you when they surface unexpectedly. You may have noticed moments when creativity flows through you effortlessly, as if some unseen part of yourself is taking control, or when a solution comes to a problem that leaves others amazed. These are not coincidences. They are glimpses of the larger potential that resides within your being. Yet, for reasons you may not fully understand, you often downplay these abilities. You tell yourself it is nothing special, that anyone could do what you just did, or that the moment was just luck. Deep down, though, you know there is more. You are aware that these flashes of brilliance are not random. They are signs of your own untapped magnitude. The reason you hide your gifts is not humility alone. It is fear. Fear of responsibility. Fear of exposure. Fear of failing to live up to what you are capable of. Until you fully accept your power, it remains veiled. This is a stage every chosen one must pass through. The internal battle between the safety of concealment and the liberation of full expression. You have already carried this tension silently, perhaps even doubting whether your potential is real. But the truth is that you hold more than you allow yourself to acknowledge. Every time you hesitate, the world misses out on a piece of your influence, your originality, your wisdom. Yet this hesitation is temporary. Recognition of your own power begins quietly, internally, before it manifests externally. The moment you embrace your abilities and stop shrinking to accommodate comfort or fear, your gifts will no longer be hidden. They will shine naturally, guiding your path, and in doing so, inspiring those around you. There is no rush, yet every delay is a subtle reminder. You are carrying a universe inside yourself that wants to be expressed. Once unlocked, it will transform not only your life, but the lives of others in ways that ordinary measures of talent could never predict. Solitude feels necessary, not lonely. You may spend time alone not because you dislike people, but because you need space to process your thoughts, to reflect on the constant influx of information, emotions, and insights that your mind absorbs daily. Solitude is not merely the absence of others, it is the presence of yourself. In these moments, your thoughts are free to wander, explore, and connect in ways that are impossible amid noise, distraction, or social obligation. Solitude feels like oxygen to you because it allows the raw layers of your identity to emerge. When surrounded by constant stimulation, you may feel drained, as if the energy you give to others leaves your internal world depleted. It is not selfishness to seek silence, it is restoration. In quiet, you can hear the subtle voice of your intuition, the guidance of your deeper self beneath the chatter of expectations, responsibilities, and societal pressures. Not knowing exactly who you are, yet often pushes you towards silence, because that is where identity is discovered and reclaimed. Solitude gives you the chance to observe your mind without judgment, to wrestle with questions of purpose, meaning, and direction, and to begin forming answers that are authentic rather than borrowed. It is a sanctuary where the complexity of your soul can exist without being forced into simplifications. Many people mistake solitude for loneliness, but you understand that they are not the same. Loneliness is a lack, a sense of disconnection from others, whereas solitude is a conscious choice to connect with yourself. In embracing solitude, you are cultivating a relationship with your inner life that strengthens your clarity, insight, and resilience. This internal work prepares you for the external world, ensuring that when you do engage with people, you do so fully and from a place of completeness, not neediness. Solitude, in essence, is the crucible in which your truest self is formed, polished, and made ready for the impact you are destined to make. You sense that your struggles are preparing you. Your life has not been easy, and that is no coincidence. You have faced rejection, betrayal, delays, confusion, and setbacks that often felt cruel or unfair at the time. Every disappointment left a sting, every failure carved a lesson into your character. Yet deep down, there is a persistent, quiet awareness that these challenges are not meaningless. Even in the midst of pain, there is a sense that everything is shaping you, preparing you for something significant that you cannot yet fully grasp. Chosen ones rarely walk an easy path. The difficulties you endure are forging qualities that comfort and convenience cannot create: resilience, patience, insight, and the ability to see beyond surface appearances. Every moment of hardship is refining your perspective, teaching you lessons that wealth, praise, or success alone could never impart. You may not understand the why in the moment, but the sense of preparation is unmistakable, a subtle inner knowing that there is purpose behind every trial. This preparation is not random, it is deliberate. Your struggles are molding your character, strengthening your heart, sharpening your mind, and expanding your spirit. The world often misunderstands the process. Pain can feel isolating and discouraging because others do not experience the same intensity, the same inward transformation. But you sense that every rejection, every betrayal, every delay is a form of apprenticeship. You are learning endurance, self-reliance, and the art of timing. You are being trained not just to survive, but to thrive with awareness, wisdom, and integrity. The difficulty of your journey is itself a signal. You are being readied for a life and a role that demands the very strength you are now cultivating. What may feel like suffering today is actually the prelude to your awakening. Once the preparation is complete, you will realize that every trial, every hardship, and every challenge has been essential to shaping the person capable of fulfilling the calling you can now only glimpse. 9. You feel a calling you cannot name. Sometimes it feels like something is pulling you forward, an invisible force that guides your steps even when you cannot define it. It is subtle at first, manifesting in quiet moments when your mind drifts and yet seems more alive than ever. It appears in dreams, in fleeting ideas, in sudden insights that seem too profound to be random. It whispers during difficult times, nudging you in directions that logic alone cannot explain. You may not know what it is, and attempting to label it might feel frustrating. Yet that calling is real, persistent, and undeniable. It exists because your true identity is bigger than your current awareness. There is a part of you that remembers something vast and important, a destiny or purpose that is only now beginning to stir. You are not lost. You are in the process of remembering who you have always been. The subtle pull you feel is guiding you toward experiences, people, and choices that will unlock hidden capacities and reveal the scope of your potential. It is a force that requires patience, reflection, and sometimes faith in the unseen. You may feel anxious, uncertain, or restless along the way, but that unease is not a warning. It is the signal of growth. Chosen ones often feel this way because their path cannot be fully mapped by ordinary measures. Your calling will unfold through life's unfolding events, each step preparing you for the next revelation. The important thing is to honor it, to listen, to trust, and to remain open, even when clarity is elusive. That quiet voice is the echo of your soul's truth, reminding you that your journey is meaningful, that your presence is significant, and that the life you are being guided toward is aligned with the extraordinary potential you carry within yourself. If you recognized yourself in these signs, understand this clearly: you are not confused. You are becoming. Not knowing who you are is often the first stage of transformation. The chosen one does not wake up powerful. They awaken slowly, layer by layer, realization by realization. You carry more strength, more wisdom, and more purpose than you can currently see. Do not rush the process. Discover yourself patiently. This is the Woman of Light channel. If this message reached you at the exact moment you needed it, subscribe to this channel so you never miss the messages meant for your journey. And in the comments section, type 11. 11 as a sign that you are ready to receive your divine blessings and step into who you were always meant to be. Thank you for watching.